Today we're going to be discussing how to solve one-step inequalities, and after we solve them, we're going to graph them on a number line. So let's take a look at this inequality. I have x plus 12 is less than 8. So when I look at this, I'm going to think of it as an equation first. I'm going to do my inverse operation. So that means I'm going to subtract 12 on both sides. So I'm left with x is less than negative 4. Now that I figured that out, I want to check and see which way my line is going. So let's plug in some numbers. Let's do negative 10 is less than negative 4. So is this statement true? Negative 10 is less than negative 4. Yes, that is very true. Okay, well, I want to do one more check before I commit. So I have negative 16 is less than negative 4. Is that also true? Yes. Awesome. So now I know where my line is going. Now what I want to do is figure out if I have to do an open circle or a closed circle. And since this is not less than or equal to, it's going to be an open circle. And I know my line is going this way. So that's how I would graph this inequality. Let's try another one. Let's take a look at this inequality. I have 10 is greater than or equal to negative 6 plus x. So I want to focus on my negative 6 here and get rid of that on the side with my variable. So I'm going to add that 6 on both sides. That is going to let these 6's cancel, and I'm going to be left with 16 is greater than or equal to x. So now I know where my circle is going to go, so I can go ahead and plot that, and it's greater than or equal to, so I can do a closed circle. So now I want to check and see where it's going to go. So let me pick 10. So I'm going to do 16 is greater than or equal to 10. Does that check out? Yes. Let's do one more so that way I know which way we're going to do it. So if I have 16 is greater than or equal to 2. Does that work? Yes. So that is my confirmation. I'm going to go ahead and do my arrows. So that would be this one. Let's take a look at a multiplication problem. All right, so let's take a look at this multiplication-based inequality. I have 18 is less than or equal to 3x. So I'm going to do my inverse operation of dividing by 3 on both sides. Then I'll get rid of the coefficient on the side of my variable. And I will do the division of 18 divided by 3, which will give me 6 is less than or equal to x. So I look at my side, tells me what circle I'm going to use. I'm going to use a closed circle. And I'm going to test out my numbers now. So I have 6 is less than or equal to, let's test negative 2. Does this statement hold true? No. Well, 6 is less than or equal to 2. Positive 2. It's got to work. That one doesn't work either. About 6 is less than or equal to 8. Yeah, that one works. Let's try one more. I'm getting an idea of where my line's going. And then I want to do 12. So I have 6 is less than 12. Does this work? Less than or equal to. Sorry. Does this inequality work? Yes. There we go. I know which way my line goes. All right, let's take a look at a division problem. So let's look at this inequality. I have y over 4 is greater than negative 2. So, just like my one-step equation, I'm going to do the inverse operation. I'm going to multiply by 4 on both sides. So, that gets rid of the 4 underneath my y, leaving me with just y is greater. Now I'm going to do that multiplication of negative 2 times 4, and I get negative 8. So y is greater than negative 8. Let's pick some numbers and let's test them out. Okay, let's see. Negative 10 is greater than negative 8. Well, is this right? No, it's not right, because as I get farther away from 0, the smaller my number gets. So that doesn't work. Let's take a look at negative 4 is greater than negative 8. Well, yeah, that one works, because it's closer to 0 than negative 8. Let's try 0. I want to just do 0 is greater than negative 8. Does that work? Yes. Now I know. I'm going to go ahead and put my circle, and I'm going to plot my line. So this has been one-step inequalities with the different operations and how you would graph them on a number line. Don't forget, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact your teacher.